Man United 2, Liverpool 2. Hugely disappointing, hugely frustrating, and in the end, I suppose we should be happy with a point, because going into the last dying embers of the game, we were 2-1 down, which should never have happened. Total domination, other than the one part of the game which I'll get to in a minute, but 28 shots, but of those 28 shots, only 7 were on target. Compare that to Man United's 9 shots, so a third of the shots, but they had 5 on target versus our 7. We just lacked. We weren't clinical at all throughout the game. Very reminiscent of the recent FA Cup game. I said after that game, the biggest problem we had was that we tend to play the occasion and the location and the team we're playing versus just playing our game, and we allowed that to happen to us again today, albeit for only a short period of time, but that short period of time was what cost us the game. You know, the thing that makes it more frustrating is the fact that this was about as makeshift a Man United back line as you could have, and there were gaps all over the place in that first half. So let's just get to that first half. 16 efforts on goal to 0. It was the first time in 9 years that Man United have not had a single shot in the first half of a game, and that was when they, parked the bus against Man City. We were walking through them like, I said in the group, their midfield and defence was like Swiss cheese. They were as open as any team can be. Honestly, when I watched them, I watched them recently at a couple of their home games. I think it was Bournemouth and against Brentford. They're shocking. They're really, truly shocking, and they were again today. Utter, total domination, but all we had from it was one goal from a corner nodded on by Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz escaped his man and finished it well against a goalkeeper who isn't that great. But then chance after chance after chance went begging, and you could feel it, couldn't you? You could sense it. You almost knew that something was going to happen that was going to turn the game in their favour. They'd get one poxy bloody lucky break and they'd capitalise, and sure enough, second half, we started the second half exactly the way we finished the first. We were just knocking the ball around, creating chance after chance. It wasn't like against Sheffield United, we were knocking it around, not creating that much. We were creating all sorts of chances, and just the final ball, the final bit of discipline that was needed, the final bit of calm that was needed, just wasn't there. And I swear it's down to the occasion. And you think in the back of the mind, subconsciously, it's like, this is Old Trafford. So they start snatching at things. But then, poor Gerald Quansah, who's been brilliant for us this season, makes an error that young players make. And he knocks it across his back line. I don't know what he was thinking, but straight to Fernandes. You can't blame Kelleher. He was out of his box waiting for the pass back from Quansah, but when it goes to Fernandes, he's miles off his line. He's outside his box. Luckily, it went in, because had it not, we'd have been down to 10 men. Now we may have gone with 10 men, but he'd have been sent off. That's for sure. So anyway, 1-1, and that changed everything. And yeah, okay, you're going to get a bit of adrenaline, the crowd's going to be up for it, but you don't lose your composure to that level by conceding one goal in a game where there's just total domination. And we lost the plot, we lost shape, we lost composure, we lost discipline for a period of the game, and it was only about probably, I don't know how long it was, I'd have to rewatch it, but let's say 15 minutes or so. But in that 15 minutes, we were all over the place, and they get another attack. It wasn't a break this time, it was an attack, and they knock it into Mainu inside the box, and he's got about 4 Liverpool players around him. He's allowed to turn, and he kills it inside our left hand post, and we're 2-1 down. Then, you know, you fear the worst, or I was fearing the worst, because could we regain our shape and our composure? But great teams can do that, and we did. You know, let's be fair. As much as we let it affect us for that period of time, we got the composure back, we got the shape back, we got our discipline back. It was helped by the substitutions. We brought on Gakpo, Jones, Elliott and Gomez, and all 4 of them had a positive impact. All 4 of them helped us to regain the initiative, seize control of the game again, and finally get back in it. Thankfully, you know, Elliott, brilliant again, you know, in his cameo, coming on, adding energy, and he skips past Wan-Bissaka, who dangles a leg. Harvey goes over it, and it's a penalty. I can't remember the last time I was so nervous, pacing around the room here, waiting. I was almost going to do a Klopp and turn me back, but I couldn't. And anyway, Mo stays much calmer than me, and he puts it away. And thankfully, we get our just reward. We're back to 2-2. Could have won it in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Could have lost it in the last 7 or 8 minutes. So, on reflection of the second half and the last few minutes, I'll take a draw. But it's a very, very tricky fixture. We've only won 2 of the last 12 games. That's now 2 in 13 games at Old Trafford. So that just shows you how much of a problem it's been for us over the years, including the Jurgen Klopp years. We've only won there twice. So we get away with his draw. Here's the positives. We're joint top still. We're still 1 point ahead of Man City. It's another away game out the way against our biggest rivals. We didn't lose. We're still very much in. We're not in the box seat because Arsenal ahead of us on goal difference. But I think when I look at the fixtures, we're still in very, very good shape to win this title. So anyway, keep the faith. I'm keeping the faith. I still really do believe that we're going to do this. Believe, and you'll never walk alone. And I'll see you on Thursday. Ta-ra.